I think it's fair to say that Minecraft as we know it is about to change. On the 30th of November 2021, Caves and Cliffs Part 2 will officially be released. That's right, we now have an official release date for the 1.18 update. So what I've done is come up with 18 must-do things before the update drops. This is 18 must-do things before 1.18. Hello, it's me James, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition video. So in today's video, we have got 18 things that you must do before 1.18 drops. Again, it's important to remember I am on the Bedrock Edition. I mainly play on the Bedrock Edition. So if there are any Java Edition players watching, some of these tips may not actually count for you. Although there are some that I think will count for you. But yeah, that being said, let's jump straight on into today's video. Number one is kind of an illegal item slash thing that is going to happen in the 1.18 update. See, seed searching is a massive part of Minecraft, and when you pick a world type, there are 3 world types. One is flat, one is infinite, which is the normal one that everybody uses. But there is another world type called old. Again, I remember using this so much on my Xbox back in the day because, this was the only world size that you could use. However, now in the 1.18 update, this is getting removed. So what I would do is definitely do a little bit of seed searching and try and find yourself some really good old seeds. I know old seeds are not the best, but these things are literally not going to be in the game anymore. So, I mean, it's definitely worth having a little look around. Maybe you could find one for an adventure map or something like that, or even one that's like completely water. That would be pretty awesome. But, I mean, you can see why they're getting removed. I mean, they're very small. I think as technology has grown, these have just become pointless. You can't actually go to the nether or the end in these worlds, which is kind of lame. However, the old map size will definitely be a nostalgic piece of Minecraft history. So yeah, definitely save yourself a couple of old maps because you will never see them again. Number 2, you are going to want to do this one right now, purely for the fact you are going to need a whole bunch more scaffolding in the 1.18 update. This is an achievement-based must-do, and it requires scaffolding. Now, I don't know the exact name of the achievement, but what you need to do to grab the achievement is simply place scaffolding all the way... What am I doing? Bruh. Oh, damn. Place scaffolding all the way to the sky, and as we know in 1.18 it's going to be a lot higher to do. This already takes a little bit of time to actually get, so like I said, in 1.18 it's going to take even longer. I mean, at this point I don't even know if I'm still placing scaffolding. I mean, surely I am, right? There. Height limit. See, that takes ages. You need to do this right now before the update drops. And do it on all devices as well, so you get an achievement on your Switch, on your Android, on your iOS, Xbox, Windows 10. Of course, depending on if you've got multiple devices, you can get multiple achievements. Right, for illegal block hunters, this is an illegal formation must do. Floating crystals will now no longer be a thing. If you have not got these in your museum, you will need to do this right now. And honestly, it is as simple as grabbing yourself a block, placing the crystal, grabbing another block like this, and then removing the bottom block and removing the top block. It is literally as simple as that. Number 4, yet another illegal block formation that is no longer going to work in 1.18. See, drip leaves can actually be placed on a number of different items, as you can see here. I mean, you won't be able to see once I stand on them. But if we just have a look on the side here, you can see that they're placed on a number of different items. One of my personal favorites is the lightning rod and the cauldron and this thing. What's it called? Composter, that's right. So yeah, there is basically a nerf, if you like, where you are only going to be able to place these, I think, on like gravel, sand, and dirt and stuff like that. So if you do want these formations, I would make them right now. Up next, we have another kind of important one. See, I noticed this when I made a copy of Simply Survival, and like the experimental caves and cliffs were like on my world. I noticed that some parts of my world got like affected by the update, and I really didn't want that to happen. Oh, damn. So, what I'm going to do right now is make sure I fly around all the locations where I don't want the update to affect. For example, I have a big project over this ocean, which I've really not spoken about a lot, that got massively affected by the update. So, I'm going to very quickly fly around this area just to make sure that no new cliffs spawn. You're going to want to make sure you do a thorough job of the areas you don't want affected. I mean, I think I'm lost a little bit, but for the most part, I think I've done. Now, there is another instance where you may want to load certain chunks first, and I'm going to show you right now. See, if you're looking for a really nice XP seed, you might want to use the 6 spawner seed. However, in 1.18, I can almost guarantee that the spawners in this seed will change. That means that you will need to go to all 6 of these spawners, or at least around that location, load those chunks around the location, just to make sure that they do not move. Of course, this will work with any previous seed. If you know of a seed that you really want, maybe you're thinking of a seed right now, and you know it's got a couple of spawners, they actually could change, so you might want to go and load them up on your seed, or if, like I said, on a new seed, just to make sure that those are going to stay in position. Of course, only if it's a brand new seed. So from loading certain chunks to not loading certain chunks, I mean, it's kind of obvious. If you're in an old world, you're obviously gonna want the new kind of biomes as close to your base as possible, right? So any loaded chunks that you've loaded is obviously not gonna get affected by the update, as I just said in the last one. Now, of course, if you want the chunks to get affected by the update, you're going to want to make sure you do not load them up. So, if you've got any journeys to go to, like long journeys into new locations, the best bet, what I would do, is use the nether. Of course, that is not getting updated. You can use that, go to the new location, do what you got to do, and then come back. That way, on the way, you're not going to affect the overworld. Also, what my friend Chris has done, he's set up multiple nether portals, but not actually gone through them yet. So he is like super ready to explore. So you could also do that. You could set up an awesome nether hub. I think he's got like 8 portals ready just to go through and look through everywhere. So the main thing with this one, if you want more cliffs to spawn in your world, don't do massive amounts of exploration like right now. I mean, if you get bored or something and you decide to go exploring, maybe go exploring using the nether. Number 7. This one is probably one of the most important ones on the list, and I only just noticed that ender chests do have an eye on them. I mean, that does make sense. You do need one to make them, but dude, I never noticed that before. You could use them as decorations, as actual eyes. Anyway, let me get on to what I was going to say. You basically need to empty your ender chests before the update. Reason being, you could potentially lose your items. There is always normally something that goes on. So just to be sure, I would just empty everything out of my ender chest and put it on the floor. That way you're going to be super safe. Next on the list, we have got an exploration kit. This is obviously going to be all the things that you're going to need to go exploring. All the essential items. Now, I'll show you mine just to let you know. Of course, I've got maxed out armor ready to do any exploring. I've got food for the best saturation, a bunch of dirt blocks because if I need to do any nerd polling, obviously I've got 3 stacks there. I'm going to be able to nerd pole anywhere, even to the new heights on 1.18. There's going to be so many new caves in the new update. That's why I've got so many campfires here. This is going to light up the caves. Really nice, really resource friendly as well. Of course, I've got essential tools. You don't really need anything else. A massive important thing is obviously music. Bit boring just going playing Minecraft without music. Make sure you got a jukebox and a couple of discs. And finally, you're just gonna need some elytra because of course there's gonna be a lot of flying involved. So yeah, exploration kits is a must do. Next up, we have got yet another illegal block formation that is getting fixed or patched, if you like, in the next update, and it is in the form of Dripstone. Now, Dripstone currently can be placed on a number of different items, like you can see. Some of my personal favorites are, again, the lightning rod, and actually this time the candle. So yeah, you're basically going to want to do this formation before the update arrives, or you will no longer be able to do this. I mean, this next one, you could kind of tie it into the kits category, but potions is a must. Night vision potions, health potions, no, not awkward potions, but you get what I'm trying to say. Potions, just potions in general, these are going to come in handy. Definitely, like say, night vision. Sometimes I literally get fed up of saying this, but it goes without saying, make a copy of your world. Before you jump into the new update, I mean, if you're going to make a new world, it doesn't really matter. But if you're on an existing world, please make a copy of your world. Make a 1.17 copy. That way, you're definitely going to be safe. If anything were to corrupt or go wrong, you're going to have that backup on your PC, on a memory stick, on somewhere, saved, ready to use if anything goes wrong. So yeah, make a copy. Now, I did actually contemplate whether I should put this in, and then I thought, you know what, I mean, it should be put in. If you have a seed right now in this update that you think is just awesome, I mean, I would probably save that seed. I would load it up in 1.17, go around it, look around it, you know, maybe the first map or whatever. Like, I have this one, the perfect seed. I'm going to save this one as it is, because it really is perfect. I'm just going to explore the first map on it and just leave it how it is. Minecraft is going to change so much that when you load new seeds in 1.18, it is, I mean, I feel like it's going to be so massively different. I loaded in someone's realm the other day, and the seed that they had was just amazing. I didn't, like, obviously I knew I was in Minecraft, but it was just crazy. I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. It wasn't just like a normal Minecraft seed. I think you spawn on some grass or whatever in a plains biome. Like, it was alive. It was crazy. So, I mean, yeah, this one's just a kind of a nostalgic one. Save an old world, load it up, just to remember the old times. Oh, damn. For the next one, I just come on Simply Survival, and of course, it is totally raining. So, I want to briefly talk about perimeters. Of course, mine is nowhere near done. This means when 1.18 drops, I am gonna have to do a whole lot more work. It would have been nice and easy if I had this complete. I mean, I might try and give it a go and see how much I can get done right down to bedrock before the update drops. Now, for people that already have their perimeters dug out, you may actually have some kind of pattern on the bottom. You may actually have some kind of pattern on the bottom, maybe using half slabs or something like that. What I would probably do at this point is remove all of that and get ready for the new caves underneath. You're going to have to destroy a whole lot more blocks before your perimeter is actually a full perimeter again. But after you've done that digging, you are free to go ahead and put your pattern down or your spawn proofing or whatever you've got down. But yeah, I would definitely remove it before the update. One thing that you should definitely do before 1.18 is try and get all of the existing music discs. Of course, there is going to be a new music disc to obtain, so having all of the other ones first. I know this is not all of them, but having all of the other ones is going to obviously make it easier. Me personally, I still need Pig Step because you can't get Pig Step the same way as you get these. However, getting these ones are super easy. All you need to do is build this super simple music disc farm. I built this so long ago, but I'll throw the video in the description so you can get all of your discs ready for the next update. Kind of linked with the previous one, we've got mapping out your world using chunk base. Now, I'm going to tell you things that you need to like keep an eye out for. Mainly spawners. Now, again, this is not going to be 100% in 1.18. They could actually change location. And also, you're going to want to find around the right area for strongholds. You could find the new music discs in both of those places. Actually, I'm not 100% sure if you can get it like the other way. Maybe you can. I mean, let me know in the comments below. But I know for sure that you will be able to find it in spawners or the stronghold. Again, it is going to be a rare chance of like finding it, as always. So yeah, this one, get yourself some coordinates ready for strongholds and spawners. However, they may slightly change a little bit. Okay, so the next one, we have got a goat in a boat achievement. Hold up, that's not a goat. That's a sheep. As I was saying, we've got a goat in a boat achievement. Now, the reason I'm putting this on, I mean, it might do you a favor to grab yourself a goat, name tag it, and put it in a boat. Or maybe even a couple. Because these things will now only spawn in certain biomes. So, yeah, grab yourself a couple boats, grab yourself a couple goats, and then you'll be ready to get that achievement. I mean, if you haven't got it already. I suppose this one could help you with just like getting goats if you wanted some goats. So yeah, get the goats before they become rarer to find, is what I'm trying to say. Same with axolotls. These things will only spawn near clay blocks now in the water, so they're going to be less, like, around, if that makes sense. Does that make sense? Less around? I don't think that's the right word. They're going to be less spawning. No, that's not the... They're gonna spawn less, I imagine. I mean, I imagine everyone's got some axolotls anyway, but if you haven't, probably just get yourself a bunch just so you do. Oh, damn, and this is the final one, and a final warning about this one. I made a video about this not too long ago, so if you haven't seen that video, you need to see it right now and follow the steps to get yourself a glow stick. If you didn't already know, going to a woodland mansion and finding a fake end room would normally give you some ender pearls. However, this bug actually turns the ender pearls into a glow stick, which is a pretty epic illegal item, and this is getting fixed in the 1.18 update. So there we go, 18 things you must do before the 1.18 update. Again, if you think there is something that should be on this list that is not on this list, let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you on the next one.